Hello and welcome to my sewing channel. My name is Delilah and today's episode is all about hashtag Friday Sews, which is hosted by Jen in today's sewing room. So if you haven't heard of me, if you haven't heard of Jen, I have her link below. You'll want to go check out her channel and all the other people that are participating by putting in the search bar hashtag Friday Sews. So I'm just gonna kind of talk a little bit about the different things that I sewed up this week. The first one is, I just want to say that I hope you guys had a happy Easter. I did sew a Easter dress for my daughter. I'll show you that one in a minute. I sewed one for myself, which I will also show you, well, just right now. So this is what I sewed for myself. And there's a picture right there. And it's I don't really know if I like, well, I guess I say that about all my sewing stuff. I kind of am my worst critic when it comes to things that I create. So I do like it. The one thing about it though is it has so many ruffles. Look at all these ruffles. So that's one thing that I don't know if I like it. I mean, if it were to start raining, on Easter Sunday or anytime I wear it, I could probably shelter like 5 to 6 people under this ruffly dress. So I guess, that's a positive that came out of it. Also, by making this dress, see all the ruffles, I feel like I became a pro at ruffling. So I did make a tutorial on how to do ruffles on your serging machine, and there's a card right there. So if you're curious about it, if you want to know how, I can do it super fast. I mean, no doubt. Don't worry, I was not stuck in my sewing room for a week putting together these ruffles. It was very fast. Like, I don't know, maybe an hour. I don't know, something like that. Oh, and I don't know if I'm going to do a standalone video. I did record the whole time that I made this dress. Maybe I will take some time to edit it. I don't know. Does anybody want to know how I made this? I will tell you that I used the shirt portion is the simplicity pattern. Oh, I actually have it on right now. So the shirt, I use the same pattern to make this shirt as I did to make the top of this dress, and it's Simplicity 8336. Okay, next, this is the Easter dress that I ended up making for my daughter. There's a picture right there. She didn't actually, I gotta confess, she didn't actually wear it on Easter because it was so hot that day. And this is kind of long and she loves to run around, but she did wear this the day prior to a different Easter egg hunt. So I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think the neckband turned out really pretty. I think the ruffles turned out great. And so, I won't talk about this one too much because if you do want to know the details of this, I did a sew along video that I posted on Sunday that gives you all the details, how I did the ruffles, the sleeves, and what pattern I used. Also, it has pockets. So I showed you how I touched the pockets. So that's actually a really good video. There's the card right there if you want to check that one out. Okay, so I love Ruby Star Society fabric. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, if you've ever heard of it. They do like quilted woven fabrics. And so I made my daughter this one from the Little Lizard King pattern. And I'm having so much fun with that pattern on making this dress. It's the easiest dress ever. This is the dress I used in my example on Wednesday when I was showing everyone how I make these ruffles super fast. Well, stick around because I'm working on another video to show everybody how I do the rolled hem, how I use my rolled hem foot. I didn't finish this off yet because I'm going to use this as the example in my video. But this is the rolled hem foot. And I actually purchased this in a 3-pack on Amazon. And at first, I couldn't really get the hang of it. And then all of a sudden it clicked. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't know how to use this, you will want to sit down and take some time out because it saves me so much time on finishing the bottom of garments. And especially I used it on my dress. So this dress right here, remember, it has like over 100 inches of ruffle. So could you imagine ironing, over 100 inches and then running it through the sewing machine? I don't. And so I used my rolled hem foot, and look at how pretty it is. So you'll want to make sure that you come back and check out that video. Hopefully I can get it posted by Sunday. And I'm going to show you how to roll fabrics with the challis rayon fabric, woven fabric, and then also a knit fabric. I'll do those 3 fabrics for an example. One thing that I just wanted to squeeze in there, so like Mari from Mari Sews had posted one of her aha moments last week in the hashtag Friday Sews, that's her link below, about she didn't know that there were like different types of needles that you would use for the different fabrics, which I don't even know if I knew that as well. But then it made me think about something that I didn't know, and it was like, huh, what, and so what it is I do remember vaguely, I think I got this sewing machine and I just started sewing, and I had no idea that there was a seam allowance. But, I just thought, oh, well, you just line it up to the sewing foot, I guess, and just start sewing. Well, then I could not figure out how to get these Barbie clothes to fit. So weird, huh? Like a beginner sewer is going to start out by sewing Barbie clothes. Anyways, so I'm sewing Barbie clothes and I'm up till like 2 in the morning because they would not fit the Barbie. After I would get them done, they would be like way too small on her. And then I remember showing my mother-in-law like this quilt that I tried to put together, and she's looking at the back of it and was like, oh, something like that's nice, but that's not 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I just lined it up to the foot. And she's like, okay, well, I don't think so, but okay. And so I went and got my measuring, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's 1/2 of an inch. And then it dawned on me, no wonder the Barbie clothes never fit. They wanted you to use 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, and I was using 1/2. So think about it. You're using 1/2 of an inch seam allowance on both sides on this tiny little doll is going to make like all the difference. And so that's when I was like, oh, okay. So that's my aha moment. Okay, so if you are still listening, then thank you for watching. And I do appreciate all my subscribers and likes. And this has just become a really fun sewing community. So make sure that you go ahead and check out everybody else in the hashtag Friday Sews. There's a lot of really neat, fun ladies out there that love sewing just as much as you and me. So I hope to see you in my next video. And until next time, happy sewing.